بسم الله لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. This is our continuing series called Meet the Community, and today it is my pleasure to introduce one of my students. And again, I know I say this a lot, but one of my favorite students, Abdullah Mohamed. So we'd like to thank him for joining us today, inshallah, and start him off with the first question, which is, what is it that you do?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. So me, I am a student at Middlesex County College. Uh, I study there, and I plan on majoring in both business and pre-med in the future, and hopefully continuing on the route of attempt to pursue a degree in medicine.
Okay, mashallah. So engineering and pre-med, these are two very different.
Business and pre-med.
Oh, business and pre-med, yeah. So I mean, they seem like two very different majors. So what you're going to try to make money off of people while operating, or how's this going to work?
So the dream is to get into med school, but it is very competitive to get in. So the backup is business. So usually with business, if you have a second major or like a second major, like for example, like biology or chemistry, you can really like strive professionally in pharmaceutical industry, which is always growing and growing and growing. And alhamdulillah, it's like a very stable industry. It is very competitive, but at the same time, there's a lot of gain from it, and that's basically.
Okay, no, I understand. I just didn't get how they're two completely different things, and how is it that you'd be doing them. But pharmaceutical sales, especially, I understand that there's still competition, but it's not as competitive, and it's not as rigorous as, for example, getting into medical school, or either furthering than that. But so that makes sense. May Allah bless you, inshallah, and make you successful in that. I mean, so the second question is how long have you been part of the MCNJ community?
So I've been a part of the community for almost 3 years now. I joined when I was a senior in high school. It was just myself. I came just to check out the YM because I'm a YM guy from all over New Jersey, and I've never been to YM Woodbridge. I've always seen them at large gatherings, other large YM gatherings, but I've never experienced them at their own neighbor net. So I started joining, I started going, and then started experiencing the community, and then just fell in love with it.
MashaAllah. So I think you've been here as long as I've been here then, because it's in August. I'll have completed my third year.
Yes, I joined 2018. I remember it was right before I had knee surgery, so it was like March.
Okay.
March, April.
So I think you came a little bit after I joined here.
Yeah.
So what are different ways that you contribute to the community, or what are certain things that you participate in?
So I help out with YM. That's every Saturday, but when there's volunteer opportunities at the masjid, whether it's during Ramadan for the iftars, last year I helped out every day with the iftars, and helped out during Ramadan, as well as went to a few soup kitchens when I had the time from work, and just tried to help out like other younger guys to make sure like they're good, and to help like grow the YM community as well, like the youth group within MCNJ.
Okay, mashallah. So changing pace a little bit here, what are some things that you enjoy doing in your free time?
Me personally, like bubble tea, usually like pizza.
Yeah, I mean, we got
It's
something.
the connection.
It's the connection.
Like tall grass, video games, Warzone to be exact. Platforms include.
I'm not gonna download it, bro. I don't.
But yeah, just hanging out. I mean, I'm a really social person, so I really do like to hang out with like my friends and stuff like that. During quarantine, it's a lot of video games, a lot of class, a lot of studying. Like now, I'm trying to prepare myself for Ramadan. So like last year, I was focusing on keeping myself busy. This year, I'm trying to gain knowledge. So like this year, like I'm buying books on the Imam Jazani and stuff like that, just to learn like just a little bit more about the deen, instead of just knowing the surface of it or just calling myself Muslim by name. I just want to know like some knowledge.
No, mashallah. May Allah bless you. So I know you've only been in the community for a short period of time, but that still you transitioned from high school to college, and that usually brings a lot of changes in perspective, and as well as you as an individual. What are some things that you would like to see in the community, or some things that you felt like you were missing out on, throughout this time that you've been here?
So one of the good things that the community does is that they support youth at the masjid. So um, it's sad that like there's so few masajids within New Jersey. There's usually a handful within each county that do support the youth, and if they do, they allow them to flourish at their own pace. They don't force them to go to classes or stuff like that. But they do make a wide spectrum of like classes available to them and free to their disposal. MCNJ is very backs the youth groups and the youth very well, alhamdulillah. But I think like one thing that they could do is have a very diverse speakers list. So not only locally, very very different spectrum from like different nationalities, because different nationalities do bring different mindsets. Different age groups do bring different mindsets. If you look for 50 and above, they're usually going to have one mindset from one generation. If you usually bring 30 and below, they have a more modern mindset, a more social media, technological mindset that's very understandable to the youth. So if you bring both sides to the table, it will not only encourage like youth to come and attend classes, it will also encourage the parents to learn a little bit more about their kids without arguing with them on a day-to-day basis, or just saying like, hey, look, listen to the speaker, like, see, he's like his kids respect him, why don't you respect him, or something like that. Usually like the typical arguing that comes following a lecture that's a very beautiful lecture that's usually given. But having a diverse in age, nationality, and within areas of all over the country, it will allow different opinions, different mindsets to be entered the community without changing the community.
Mm. Okay, no, mashallah, that's fair. That's very reasonable. So you're suggesting that we try to diversify our speaker list and try to get them to come in. How often would you say? Once a month?
I mean, the beautiful thing is like some communities, they have like their imams like yourself like have like once a week talks. So that's amazing. Once a month would be like above and beyond. That would be amazing to have like once a month having a speaker come in. There's the beginning of the month or at the end of the month or in the middle of the month. Just to like giving a refresher, like not giving the same face every week.
Yeah.
No, which is nothing bad about that, but like at the same time, like when they see a different face, it gives them a different opinion. It gives them a different approach to things sometimes.
Allows them to appreciate me a little bit more.
Exactly. At the same time.
So okay, so how about this? I'm gonna throw a bone out to you.
Okay.
I tried doing this before, where I would get a different speaker coming in every month. The problem is making arrangements with them and following up.
Okay.
So I can give you the list. If you can make the arrangements, I will support you 100%.
There's nothing wrong with that. So alhamdulillah, like I have accumulated some sort of relationship with a lot of like speakers. So that would help. I mean, even from little to big, like say like you want Ibn Ali Miller to come from AC and give a talk, and very good speaker for the youth. He really does put them in their place, which is an amazing thing, even during his talk.
Yeah.
Like if you want somebody like him, or if you want like
you're in charge, bro.
Imam Sohaib or something like that.
You're in charge. You call in whoever you want. Run it by me, and if I will most likely put my stamp of approval on it. Right. Anyway, I'm so the thing is, like I was saying, that's definitely something that I feel that we can do going forward. And if you can help us out logistically, if you need me to reach out, if you need an official email from the masjid, let me know, inshallah, and then we can definitely make arrangements for that. And it's not even something you got to do all the time. You know, like if every 4 months you want to line up for the next 4 months, or if you can line them up for the entire year, you know, khair wa baraka. What do you think?
No. Yeah, even lining up within the year, that's very easy because some people do get their schedules very busy. Like, for example, Khalid, his schedule is made for next year already.
MashaAllah.
So, yeah, so even just getting people, like, getting them ahead and prepared, and it leaves stress for us. And it's a very, it's not even tedious. It's just sending an email out, checking up, and then.
Awesome. All right, man. Sounds good, Akhi. It was wonderful talking to you. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and to make you successful in whatever you decide to take, whatever path He creates for you. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, to bless your family also. Saying that, there is one last pop question.
What's up?
That was not scripted.
Oh.
Which is, who would you like me to interview next?
Ooh. I can pick anybody?
Anybody, male, female, whoever you want.
I would say. All right, so I'll give like 3 names, and then it's your choice from there.
Or I'll do all 3, no problem.
All right, bet. So Bajit.
Vajid I already did.
Amr.
Amir, I have not.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Okay.
And get Najmi in there.
Najmi also done. So Amir's
for real?
Yeah. So Amir's the only one that's left. I will reach out to him. So I promise this to everyone. I will reach out and I will ask, but there's no guarantee that they'll agree.
What about Lonzo?
Lonzo, okay, no problem.
Lonzo's a good kid.
I have his contact. Inshallah, I'll reach out to him.
All right, bet inshallah.
All right, okay, jazakumullah khair.
Right.
For all of you that were listening, you know, we really appreciate you listening. So please remember to like, subscribe, and donate. The donation will be in the description below. جزاكم الله خير والله أعلم وصلى الله على خير خلق نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.